Ladies and gentlemen, this is Monarch and Moreau, and this channel is dedicated to funeral professionals who, although they don't have the lowest price, they wouldn't mind making the most money. That's what our training is about, increasing your power at the bargaining table, where the rubber meets the road at the point of sale. This type of training videos, consider following us. We're going to be dropping one of these videos at least once per week. I just want to be real clear what the value proposition is here at Monarch and Moreau. We help you increase your bargaining power at the point of sale, at the bargaining table.
Donna, can I help you?
I was calling to get a price on a cremation.
Can I put you on hold and get a funeral director for you?
Yeah, please.
One moment, please. Thank you for holding. My name's Kate. How can I help you?
We looked on your website. We couldn't find what your prices were. We're just really trying to find the right spot for us.
Sure. On our website, under the Services tab, there's going to be a space for cremation packages, so all the prices are listed there.
Okay, I looked on there. I couldn't find it. I was looking. It says 6 steps, cremation, traditional. Do I just got to click one of these?
Yeah. So if you're just looking for just like a basic cremation where we're not handling any services for the individual, that's either direct or basic. And if money is a concern with cost, I would go with basic cremation. That cost is $2,495. So that's going to include everything necessary for the cremation to take place. It does not include one of the urns. It doesn't include like newspaper obituaries, just the cremation. So
Okay.
to bring your family member into our care, the cremation on site at our crematory, getting death certificates for the family, and Social Security notification. The only additional outside of the $24.95 would be the cost for county death certificates that the person passed away, and that depends on how many copies the family wants to order.
Okay, so you're kind of like a little bit on the higher end of our quotes. Is there any like way you guys can work with us if we wanted to work with you?
That is our cost when it comes to payment. Unfortunately, we can't like discount it any. Unfortunately,
How come?
that's just because that's our cost for the basic cremation.
Okay, so I'm just curious. Help me. I just want to make sure that I'm looking at this right because we got a quote from someone else for like $19.95, and it seems like we're getting the same thing that you're offering. But if we're not, like, we want to know.
Not necessarily. I mean, if you were quoted a less expensive cost, that could have come from like a cremation society, where that's all they do is cremation. But a lot of funeral homes, because they have the overhead of the funeral home staff, you're also using an on-site. That's where the additional cost comes from. That's why we're going to be a little bit more expensive than like a cremation society.
Would the real difference then maybe in that price be you might have just higher overhead than they do? You have a nicer facility?
Correct.
Oh, okay.
That's exactly right. Because of the overhead of having a funeral home, having an on-site crematory, that's why we're going to be a little bit more expensive.
Okay. All right. You might be a little bit outside of our price. You know what I mean? Like, anybody can quote us a price, I guess, whether it ends up being the actual price. But, just to be real with you, we might not be able to afford that.
I completely understand that 100%. I'm absolutely offended. I want you and your family to do what you're most comfortable with, and I don't want you to go outside of your price range where you're not comfortable. So I want you to do what you guys are going to be comfortable paying for.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, sure. You're very welcome. I'm so sorry for your loss. Just let us know if we can help in any way, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And like I said, when these things clash, right, when you've got that role conflict, you're a caregiver, but now you've got to meet this commercial interest, this sales quota. You've got that conflict. You're worn down, close to burnout. You're going to default to whatever aligns more with your moral compass, the path of least pain. So you'll become hyper caregiver, apathetic seller. And then think back to our underachieved average professional, then our sales superstar. Who's going to get in there and fight for you? Who's going to get in there, do the rebuttals, resolve the concerns? Who's going to get in there and ask for the close 3, 4, 5 times? Who's going to get in there and start an anchor high? Who's going to go in there and either lowball, discount, or even ask for the sale at all? Probably the person who's going to depersonalize, right? That's a defense mechanism at this point. They're so close to just being burnt out, and the pressure to sell is some individuals are just going to emotionally detach altogether. They're going to become completely apathetic towards your brand, towards selling, and they're going to start even coming to work less. When the call comes in, I can sell at a competitive price. I can discount the price to try to get the sale. I can try to upsell, sell at a premium price, or I can just lose the sale. But if I can answer these questions right here and make the most important sale, the sale to myself, I can avoid all the problems that is holding me back, and I can release the brakes and have the breakthrough that I deserve in my professional career, so that I can have that power at the bargaining table. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Monarch and Moreau, and this channel is dedicated to funeral professionals who, although they don't have the lowest price, they wouldn't mind making the most money. That's what our training is about. You just don't like what you do if you hate me. I had your back against Geraldo, right? I defended high funeral value against one of Geraldo's exposés. He wanted to know, why am I selling Mrs. Johnson all these expensive premium funeral goods, right? I had your back against Geraldo. I made Geraldo cry. That's why you mess with me.